guys, welcome back to my channel. Joshana here once again with the ratchet pony and greasy hair headband situation. Talk about some friggin' books I'm getting rid of. Normally I don't do unhauls this often. I mostly get books from the library when I haven't heard of them, and I don't know if I'm gonna like them. I don't really haul like a crap ton, so I don't really have the problem of like, oh god, I have so many books. But, you know, I do small hauls here and there. I just did one recently, though, because in the process, right before I was moving, actually, I just decided, oh, I'm going to do an unhaul. And then in the process of moving, I boxed up all my books, okay? And then I had to go back to pilfer through these boxes to look for a notebook, and wouldn't you know it, it wasn't anywhere in those boxes. It was in an entirely different box, in an entirely different place. But whatever, I went through all of these boxes of books and I just started pulling ones out that I was like, I don't really actually want that. I don't actually need that. And I ended up getting like dang near a box full of books that I'm going to unhaul. So the first one I will talk about is super boring, and it is a Norton anthology of postmodern American poetry from college. I went to school for writing and I took quite a few English courses in that program, and I have a crap ton of these Norton anthologies and different anthologies, and I'm actually getting rid of pretty much all of them because I have literally never looked at them again, and it has been 10 years now. Holy crap, it's been 10 years, oh my god, since I graduated from college. Sweet Lord. Just no, it's not happening. Getting rid of it. They're heavy as frick too. This one I got from the library actually just this past winter for $1, and it was cute, I guess. And also the author, Richard Paul Evans. I don't know all the details, but I remember seeing him on that list of authors who have some of them were like assault, but I think for him, all I saw, it's like these levels of like harassment, was him being like harassing women essentially, like, and kind of using his like, you know, position to try to like, hey, you should do this and this with me and whatever, just being kind of creepy and harassing and like not leaving women alone and just being a creep. And so I was kind of like, oh god. And I have a few other Richard Paul Evans books, but they're like nice additions, and the reason I want to keep them is they were gifts to me. They just, you know, sentimental value and whatnot. But this one, I have no sentimental value with. It was $1. I can't even remember it. I don't want it. I'm getting rid of it. Then we have a couple of basically mass market paperbacks that I don't care. I don't know where I got it. John Grisham, The Pelican Brief. I remember that I liked this. I've only read like one other John Grisham book. I remember I liked it, but I don't really like mass market paperbacks, and I don't know that I'm gonna read it again, and if I am, I'll get a different version. And then, this isn't necessarily a mass market paperback, but it's smaller, and it's the movie cover anyway, and I'm never gonna read it again, The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. This gets a lot of hate. I actually liked it. I quite enjoyed it, but I'm not gonna read it again. So, in my last unhaul, I was debating with the Grishaverse trilogy, and then in my recent haul, which should be up already, I told you guys that I ended up deciding to keep the Grishaverse trilogy. I only had the last two books, so I got a used copy of the first one, so now I have the complete paperback of the Grishaverse trilogy, and I mentioned that I was just going to get rid of Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. It's a beautiful, you know, the sprayed edges, paperback or hardback, whatever, hardcover. But I didn't really care for this duology all that much. And like I said in my one video, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I think I actually liked the Grishaverse trilogy better than I liked this duology. I just filmed in this same outfit talking about this trilogy and the final book because I recently read it. Mistborn, the UK box set. I am gonna unhaul this because definitely never reading these ever again. This one is a huge book that is really random, and I debated heavily getting rid of it. But I decided I don't want to read it really. It is Scarlet, the sequel to Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind, but it's not written by Margaret Mitchell. It's written by Alexandra Ripley. And I kind of was like, oh, Scarlet was my favorite part of Gone with the Wind, obviously. So I would probably like this. But then I don't know. I don't feel like it's like necessary. I don't know. I'm still honestly kind of debating it because my favorite part, like I said, was Scarlet. This is the thing with books, right? And then these next two, I was inspired by Elliot when I went to the bookstore with her just a couple weekends ago, and she was talking about this series, and then she talked about it in her recent video too, her unhauling. The Falling Kingdoms series. She made the point where, because like we both like enjoy these as not guilty pleasures because we don't feel guilty about it, but they're just like soap operas. They're like drama. Like I haven't even read the final book yet, and she did, and she like had all of them in hardcover, and she's like, but I realized that like I'm never gonna read this series again, and I was kind of like, you know what? I wouldn't either, so I might as well get rid of mine too. I only have two of them. I had the first one and the fifth one. I didn't have the second, third, fourth. So, bye-bye. So that is all I have for now. Not too many, but a few. And I'm looking at Scarlet like, will I end up really liking that? Because it seems to be all about Scarlet and Rhett, and that's like my favorite part of Gone with the Wind. I might just keep it. Okay, I'm really done. I will be gone. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, thank you for your time, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.